Hey, Jack Squad. As I told you guys earlier, I was going to come back and do the review on my favorite show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I got plenty notes. It was a very good, interesting show. Very good concept. You know, this was a good concept. And I hope they can do this. Like, if we ever get tired of looking at them, or they get tired, or they get older, or whatever happens, that they do this somewhere else. Because this is a very good concept to get 3 power couples that are friends and see their lives, right? And they getting money. Okay, so Love and Marriage Huntsville. But before I get started, don't forget to make it happen for yourself. Don't forget to make it happen for yourself. And let me tell y'all something. I was thinking, because, you know, I'm going to get the t-shirts, right? But I got to get finished with the book first. I can only do one thing at a time. And I was thinking, do I want to put Make It Happen for Yourself on the front? Wait, Make It Happen on the front and For Yourself on the back, or put it all on the front? Or have 2 different kinds, some with it on the front and the rest on the back. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what you think, because I've been seriously thinking of that. Like, make it happen for yourself. Make it happen, rather, for yourself on the back. Like, I'm really digging that, right? Yeah, I like that. So y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think, okay? I don't know why I'm so shining like this, y'all. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. All of my social medias is down in the description box, as well as the link to my daughter's book. I forgot to tell y'all that in the last video. And when you purchase the book and read the book, leave a review. Leave a review. That's very important. Also, don't forget about the subscribers. When I get to 2,000, we're going to have a big giveaway. But anyway, y'all, thanks for tuning in to Jacquie the Cute. I had to do this tonight, y'all, because my schedule going to be really, really tight, because I am writing my book and I want to finish it. I want to finish it now. The first goal is the 10th. But if all I don't get finished on the 10th, it'll be by the end of the month, which is the 30th, right? That's my goal. If things go right. Shit going all the way it want to go right now. And when it's over, I'm going to tell y'all. I ain't going to speak on it right now. Y'all going to be like, woo. But I'm going to wait. That'll be something to talk about. But anyway, all is well. If you want to support my channel, my Cash App is in the description box as well. I really appreciate it. Really need it. Yeah, really need it. Also, anything, you know, my email, my subscribers do reach out to me at email. Anything you want me to talk about, anything you want to say to me, I welcome it, right? So anyway, we talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? Love is just in the air. Just ain't swinging this way. Come on, some of it come this way, right? But anyway, Love and Marriage Huntsville. So they're still in Vegas. This is their the last day in Vegas, right? And Tiffany, you know, they continue from so it was the day before the last day. They continued from last week's episode where the girls were all sitting around talking. And Tiffany, like, gets on my damn nerves, right? My girlfriend called me just before I started watching it, and her thoughts were the same, so I know I'm not by myself with this. Like, quit that dry snitching, quit that agitating, and signifying. That's what old folks used to call it, signifying. That's what she does. She signifies shit. Cut that shit out, right? And whatever, I'm going to talk about it later in the episode, but whatever you talk about with your husband, you don't bring it back to the girls. There's some shit you just keep to yourself, right? So she's drastic, and she tried to talk condescending to Destiny. You know, she said, you know, Atlanta, Huntsville, New York, or wherever the girl is. She named 3 cities. All of that comes out when you talk. Like, what the fuck that mean? You know, I ain't like that shit. And in my opinion, Destiny didn't check her good enough. Destiny said you can get drugged for all 3 of them states or something like that. And she got up and walked away. Listen, I believe, and me and my other girlfriends were talking about that. Tiffany is the kind of girl, she does think she's probably better than everybody, but she probably ain't never had a fight. So you think you could just run off at the mouth. She's probably a suburban girl. Ain't never had a fight. Ain't never seen one. So you think you could just run off at the mouth to somebody. And then she says it with no tact, no coup. And they were trying to explain that to her. She was like, well, I'm just transparent. Transparent your ass, right? You say, you being you talking about somebody else's shit. You ain't telling yours. You gaslighting somebody else, right? Now, even though she was not talking to Destiny, she said some shit to Tisha. You could see Tisha's face crack, right? And I don't really care for Tisha, but I felt for her at that moment. So she tells her something that her husband, her husband and Marceau and Martell, them all had a conversation. Marceau says that he thinks Tisha don't have any confidence, or she's losing her confidence, or something to that effect about her confidence. And he was telling him about that she's surprised, took him to the therapy session. And Tisha don't have no confidence. Now, let me just say this. Her husband came back and told her they were just having husband and wife talk, right? She brings that information in front of the girls. And then the look in her eye and the way she said it, she said, well, Marceau told my husband that you don't have any confidence and you're insecure. And she said, no, we're secure. I'm secure in mine and this and that. And she said, well, no, that's not what he thinks. Maybe that's something you need to talk about. You know, I don't like that. Like, quit that. I don't know why people try to destroy other people. Like, stop that. Because if you really thought that, when it's real serious conversations, you take them to the side. You don't put it out there for everybody to scrutinize. So Destiny said, well, that was a little shady. Now, no, she wasn't talking to Destiny, but Destiny said what everybody else was feeling. Because I seen the look on everybody's face, even Melanie's, right? So Melanie was taking up for her, saying, no, she just meant this and she meant that. And Destiny said, why do you keep taking up for her? Right? She knows what she said. She's a grown-ass woman. She knows if you say some foul, funky shit, that it's going to affect and hurt people's feelings. And she keeps saying, well, I'm transparent. You may be transparent, but you don't say stuff out your mouth that's going to hurt people. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool. And I don't like her. I still don't like her, y'all. Still don't like her. I dislike her even more, right? So she was making faces. I ain't like, because you're not tough. You're not tough, Tiffany. And Destiny got up and walked away. And Destiny is a very pretty girl. And I think that I don't like Tiffany. She just rubs me. She comes in hot. You got to come in cool. When you're on a new set, I don't care if it's a new job, a new group of friends, walking to a new establishment, you come in cool. You don't come in hot. You come in cool. You just ease. Just be cool, right? She comes in hot, and that's standoff. That takes people aback, right? Don't like Tiffany. Don't like her, right? And then she tells her husband and shit, and then he pump her up like they got the best marriage. Now, see, and you know what happened? It just come to me. So they act like they got the best marriage in the world. Well, they're newlyweds. They've only been married 10, 11 months, right? Don't do that, because karma will swing back around. So don't try to damage other people's marriages and their feelings, and act like you're not cognizant of people's feelings, because that could happen to you as well, right? You and your big hip husband. But anyway, Destiny and Melanie talk about it. So Destiny say, they meet the next day, and Destiny say, why are you her bodyguard? Why do you keep taking up for her and talking for her and all that? Bro, we can handle ourselves. We can talk amongst each other. Melanie still says, okay, yeah, but you talk a lot and this and that. I believe that Melanie is making good TV. She is the executive producer. And I believe that I believe that's who Tiffany is, but Melanie is telling her to do that stuff. Can't make me think no other way, right? So then they go to Marceau and Tisha, which I'm talking about them the whole time, basically. Marceau and Tisha, he's very controlling psychologically. And he acts like he's unaware that he is beating Tisha down mentally. So if she had confidence when she got with you and now she don't, it's you. It's you, right? He said her shoulders were squared and she had confidence, and she don't have any now. It's because you've beaten her down. Everything she wants to do, you psychologically strip it from her. I watched him do it real good tonight. Everything she wants to do, it could be something little and petty. She asked him a couple things, and I'm going to get into that. And he struck it down with his words psychologically, right? So they were talking, And in my notes I got, he's chipping away at her soul. And so I believe it's because of the cheating rumors, and she addressed that later on in the show. You know, a couple of years ago was some cheating rumors, and so now that's in the back of her head, right? Like last week she told Maurice to watch her brother because the ladies after him like he a grown-ass man, right? So anyway, Marceau announces that he is depressed. And happiness, he said this more than once, happiness is not a factor in a marriage. I didn't understand that because the whole point of a marriage is to be happy with someone. And he said happiness takes a back seat to taking care of your finances and all this and all that, right? He was talking a lot and I didn't really quite understand it. Now, they were on the bed. This is before I jumped ahead. They were on the bed talking about the night before and what they were going to do today. And she said, well, we're going to go to the chapel. He said, we're not doing no renewing of the vows. Like that right there, when you know that's all Tisha wanted to do. And he said, no, he shot it down. Shot it down. Like, I don't see what the big deal. Y'all already married, so why not renew the vows? I'm telling y'all, Marceau is a master. He is a control freak. And in order to keep Tisha in line, she cries all the time. That shit means nothing to him. And in a minute, I'm going to think that Marceau is a narcissist too. Because the tears don't affect him. He has no empathy. And he talks very serious all the time. Unless he wants to play with her. And then he, when it's something serious, he want to act playful, right? And he undermines everything that she does. And I think that's because in the beginning of the show, when the show first started, Tisha wasn't really going out the house. She wanted to go out the house. She wanted to do this. She wanted to do that. He allowed that. But now he's controlling and mentally breaking her down, right? And he doesn't see that, or either he doesn't care. So he said, oh, no, we're not. She said, oh, it'll be something fun to do. This is our 15th wedding anniversary. He said, no, we're going to do it for the 20 year. We're not renewing no vows. Like, all you got to do is walk in the chapel and the lady say something, or the man, whoever, the preacher say something. And that's that. Like, I didn't get the big deal about that, right? Like, why wouldn't you do that? If this is all she wants on her anniversary, and this is one of the activities that she wants to do, why not do it? What would that hurt, Marceau? He's controlling. I'm beginning to not like him because you could see, on this episode, you could see Tisha's soul being taken away from Tiffany, from Marceau, the things they were saying to her. You could see her being crushed inside. And I don't care how much she says when they having the monologue, or how much she tells the people, she is hurting. She is hurting. You don't cry that much and you don't have a lot of pain inside of you. She's hurting. And like she said today, she said she didn't want to be a single mom. So you got these kids, so you're going to stick it out with them because you got these kids. So Tiffany asked her, are you staying together for the kids? She said, oh, no. No, we love each other. We're staying together for each other. But I just think, I'm sure she loves him, but she's not getting what she needs to get from Marceau. It's evident. If y'all ain't seen this episode, it's very evident. Yes, he's the provider. He's a provider. That's all. He's just providing. That's all he's doing. So then he said, well, we're not going to renew the vows. So she had already booked the chapel and the food and all the whatever goes with that. She'd already paid for it, right? So she said, well, we'll just go anyway. We won't renew our vows. She was beaten. He had beat her down, right? So everybody looked good. And then so they're on their way to the activity, right? I had wrote something down. I don't see it. So, yeah. So Tisha also, before they go out, she asked him to spend more time with her and the kids. So I guess she always has the kids. He's always out working or fake working. I think people make time for what they want to make time for. And if you know you're the husband and your wife is always doing stuff, you have to do stuff with your wife and your kids, period. You have to set some time to do things with your family, period. He's like, he can't do that right now. He ain't got the time. He's providing. Like, he went to this whole psychological spiel of why he can't spend no time. And then she was sitting on the bed crying. And he said he don't want to give up his time. He's trying to build generational wealth. Now, let me tell you what happened. If it's all work and no play, That's not good. And he said, well, he don't, later on in the episode, he said he don't have time to do other stuff. He's still not hearing Tisha. Tisha's asking, please just spend some time with me and the kids. It's just always me and the kids. Spend some time with us. Told her, no, he ain't got time for that. And he said, so then they were talking about as far as the renewing of the vows. He said, well, we can have a private recommitment. She said, well, why you want it private? He said, well, I just don't want anybody there. Like, I don't think, let me tell you what I think. I don't think Marceau is in love with Tisha. I believe he loves her. He's not in love with her. Because he doesn't show any loving things. He doesn't show it. You don't see it. He don't show it. He's all business. He's all business. He's all business, right? And he has beat Tisha down and he knows she doesn't want to be by herself raising kids, and he knows that she's going to sit there. And he told her, just give me a while. It's going to take time. We'll get there. Like, he wants her to sit right there and be content with him not being around. That's basically what he said. I felt really bad for her today because when she looks back on this, when she watches this episode, I wonder how she's going to feel. Like, either Tisha's going to have to say, forget it and give in and just be the quiet woman, the quiet wife that doesn't get anything that she wants but the bills paid. Or either she's going to have to separate from Marceau. She's going to have to, because he's not. And I don't think he would care. Because when they asked, I think it was last week, something about your partners, and he didn't say nothing. Like, I don't think he cares. And he's already said he wouldn't get married again. Marceau wants to be free. Period. Right? So no vow renewal. And it was so cringy. It was so cringy, y'all, when they got to the chapel. And he said, no, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. And Tisha sat there, looked so cracked up in the face. And so she said, well, we can do it. Somebody want to renew a vow. You know, she tried to make light of it. Tiffany and said, well, we'll do it after a while. And then she tried to coax. She kept trying to coax Tiffany, kept trying to coax Marceau and Tisha. And she's like, it's y'all's anniversary. Y'all should be the ones to do it. And she was pushing them. Marceau stood flat-footed and said no. Tisha stood with him looking. She didn't look happy, y'all. She tried to look happy, but she didn't look happy. It was so embarrassing. It was so cringeworthy because everybody was there looking at them. You know, like, okay, we here at the chapel. Who renewing vows? Destiny don't have a dude. Melanie and Martell is divorced. Kimmy and Maurice just got married. And so did Tiffany and her husband. I don't know why I don't know his name. Tiffany and her husband, right? Tiffany, being the messy motherfucker that she is, she said, well, I'll do it, and then y'all do it. And then, after they did it, Melanie was sitting there with, I think, Destiny, and said, he won't even say, I love you, or how much he cares about. Nothing. And I don't blame him on that. He said nothing, but no. He wants to control the narrative of everything, right? He let Tisha have a podcast. He let her go outside and work for a minute. I don't think she's doing that now. And that's all. She's not doing nothing else. And he told her, I forgot to tell y'all this part. She said, well, I think it's the rumors about the cheating. He said, first of all, look who's telling you. You know, because she said her family. Her family is a messy group of people. Because them the same people that approached Kimmy a couple weeks back. Her family is messy. Down in Birmingham, wherever they at. They messy, right? He said, nobody can tell me nothing that's not doing better than me. Don't have no money, don't have no job, don't have this, don't have a relationship themselves. They can't tell me nothing. Now, I get what he was saying, but if they see something or they suspect something, just because I don't have a man don't mean I can't tell my girlfriend that her man cheating. That ain't what that means, but that's what he's telling her. And you could see Tisha's eyes. She's sucking it all up. She's sucking it. She said, well, I'll have to work on that. You know, he just beats her down mentally, y'all. He said, Tisha, we sleep together, we eat together. There's something else he said they do together. You gonna let somebody else tell you something what I did? I'm telling you, he's smarter than Tisha, and he knows he just beats her down psychologically, right? And So that was cringing to watch. That was cringy to watch, that he refused to get those vows renewed, right? And I don't know why, because it don't change anything. You're already married. And the fact, he said it's not an issue, but the fact that you didn't want to do it makes it an issue. Makes it an issue, right? And so everybody looked nice, and when they arrived at the chapel, Martell, being the narcissist that he is, thought Melody wanted to marry him again. That's what he thought. And Melody said she getting tired, because it was like, yeah, somebody else. And Melody said, listen, she said on the interview, she said, listen, they think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. Me and Martell is not going to ever get back together. I gave him lots of chances. It's over. And she said at this point it's not funny, and that they keep saying that. So she gets upset about it, right? Yeah, so I said that already. Yeah, it was very embarrassing the way Marceau did Tisha. That was embarrassing, and that would cause for a conversation. Even though she's going to have a conversation and he's going to beat her down and she's going to cry, and that's going to be the end of that. And he's going to say something so psychologically over her head that it's going to make her think that he's saying the right shit, right? And so, like I said before, Tiffany tried to make a thing out of it. So I feel bad for Tisha this week, y'all. I usually don't like Tisha, but I felt bad for Tisha, because when y'all watch the episode, you'll see the whole thing was wrong. The whole thing was wrong, right? Still don't like Tiffany. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button for me, y'all. Hit the like button. And so then they go to dinner. After that wedding chapel fiasco, they go to dinner. They at the table. Marceau at the head. Tisha sitting next to him. And Marceau basically told them, listen, y'all quit the pillow talking. He said, I'm tired of my wife coming back telling me stuff y'all done told her. Which is true. You know what I'm saying? And so Tiffany's husband, who I can't don't know his name, he said, well, no, we're all talking and we're all trying to be better. See, I think they think they're the best couple on the set. That's what the vibes they're giving off. He said, because they said it privately, like they should be more like us and all that. They need to stop for that karma swing around. But anyway, he said, well, no, if we're all talking about being the best, I'm going to call you on it and this and that. Marceau said, listen, what we say as men, that's what we say. Don't take it back to your wife. And because he started to talk, so then Tiffany started to say something, and he said, no, I got it. Because Marceau said, I'm really talking about your wife. You know, listen, them brothers ain't playing that shit, right? So he said, I'm really talking about your wife. So he was saying, if me and you talking, you tell your wife to shut the fuck up. Tell your wife to shut the fuck up. That's what he said in a nice way. Like, how many times did Tiffany got to get checked? You didn't got checked by Maurice. You didn't got checked by Marceau. Kimmy didn't have to check you. Everybody had to check you. If you want to be friends with these people, you need to be quiet and quit commenting on shit you don't know nothing about, Tiffany. So anyway, they talked about that man to man, but Marceau said, listen, I don't want to hear that shit, right? And then Marceau got to talking about something serious. He said that he's been depressed for the last year. And again, he said he don't know what happiness is in a marriage. I'm going to repeat that one more time. He said he don't know what that is to have happiness in a marriage. That's a mic drop boom right there. He basically said it. And so they were all looking at him concerned, because he said depressed. You know, depressed is a trigger word. When people say they're depressed, people want to know what's wrong. How can we help? Blah, blah, blah. But the fact that he's not happy. See, Tisha's not hearing what she need to hear. He don't want to renew the vows. He said he's not happy. Like, that needs to have a conversation, but you have to be able to have a conversation with Marceau, because he doesn't overtalk her, he thinks her. He overthinks her. That's what he does. He doesn't overtalk her. He lets her talk, and then he says his part, but he's smarter than her. He's smarter than her, basically. And he married, now it just come to me what I think Marceau married. Marceau wanted a pretty dumb girl, and that's what he got. Tisha's cracking out of that shell, and he ain't liking it. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because Tisha's pretty. She got a body. She's a pretty girl. Smart. She has 2 degrees, even though he ain't going to let her allow to use the 2 degrees, but she got 2 of them. or 3 of them. I don't know. She got 2 or 3 of them, I think, right? But he's not going to allow her to use them because he wants her to be in the house with the kids. Boom. That's where you stay, right there, right? He kills her mentally, right? And next week is going to be good. Next week is going to be good because... Now, let me tell y'all what I forgot to tell y'all this part. Martell, they sit at the table eating. Martell said, oh, they was talking about the anniversaries. He said, well, we couldn't celebrate no more anniversaries with the host. He said, oh, it's gonna be some celebrating. He said, because I'm gonna get married again. I'm gonna get married again. I like being married, and I think I'm a good husband. Ooh, everybody was quiet. Everybody went dead silent when he said, because I think I'm a good husband, right? So then he says, who knows, I might marry Melanie again. So the guys looked at each other, and Melanie was looking all crazy, right? And they didn't argue. I thought they was gonna argue the temper, but they didn't. But Melanie started talking, and Marceau told her. He said the reason why he says all this stuff is because he still loves you. She said, "Oh, really?" Right? He said, and so Maurice said something. You know, it was like he still loves you. That's why he says all that wacky stuff, right? But Melanie wants no parts of him. She gave him 15 years, however many years, 10, 12. She wants no parts of him. She don't want no parts of him. And he, surprisingly, I was very surprised. He didn't argue. He just kept eating his food. And when the guys was talking, he was shaking his head, you know. So he still, now, again, to the side piece, Ariana, if you watch this show, she says she don't watch it, but human nature wouldn't let you not watch it, right? You can see that this man still loves her. And I heard Steve Harvey say something today. He said, when you are the side piece, because they had a strawberry letter, and the girl called in and said she used to be the side piece, the husband left his wife and married her, but he's still cheating. I don't know why women think if you got him cheating, he gonna cheat on you too. That's what he is, a cheater, right? She said he's still cheating, he's still lying, and I've given in to the fact that he's gonna cheat and lie. Am I making a mistake or some dumb shit she said, right? Steve and them let her have it. But what Steve said was very poignant. He said whenever you're the side piece, he said men don't do promotions. He said men don't do promotions. If you were ever the side piece and the wife goes away, he's still gonna treat you as a side piece. So even though he married her, she's still gonna be an option because he's gonna cheat. Steve said men do not give promotions. He said, I've been a man all my life. We don't give promotions. I said, oh, I never thought about it like that. He said, if you've ever been a side piece, that's the position you're gonna always play. And he said the only reason why you think you moved up a tier is because the wife left or put him out. It ain't because that he left, she left. So, Ariana, if you're listening, his heart is still with Melanie. He might like you because you're cute and all that, and you do all the things he wants you to do sexually. You're not as smart as Melanie. First of all, that's what he like because he dumb. He need a smart woman, right, that can outthink and think for him and for herself, right? It won't be you, sis. And don't waste all your time and all your years, and don't get pregnant again. But I got a good feeling she's going to get pregnant again. But anyway, Love and Marriage Huntsville was good. Very, very good. You know, I like to see the dynamics between the people. I do not like Tiffany. I'm going to say that one more time. And while I'm saying that, y'all hit the like button for me and subscribe. I do not like Tiffany. She makes good TV, though, because she's opportunistically, that's a word I made up just now, messy. You know, she throws it in when she can, right? I don't think she want to fool with Kimmy no more, so she's going to attack. She's going to attack Tisha, knowing that Destiny's going to say something. Destiny don't like her. And Destiny said, you know, we could try, but I don't think Destiny don't like her. She ain't going to probably never like her. So anyway, y'all, don't forget to drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the show after you watch it. Let me know. Well, something else I want to drop down in the comments and do. I done forgot now, right? Because I'm tired. It's late, y'all. And, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I'm trying to lose 10 pounds, right? I ain't eating no sweets again. That shit killing me. I eat very little anyway because I don't eat a lot at one time. I ain't lost a pound. Anyway, I ate salad today and 2 cups of chicken wings. Like, come on. And I cooked them in the air fryer, no grease. So anyway, y'all, I just had to get that out of my system because I had just weighed myself a little bit ago. Like, damn, I ain't lost a pound. Look like I gained a pound. So anyway, y'all, thanks for watching Jackie with the Cute. New subscribers, welcome to the Jack Squad. If you want to support my channel, my Cash App is in the description box. Okay, y'all? So now, y'all, I'm getting ready to find me something really, really good to watch on TV. Hopefully. I got all the streaming shit. And find me something good to watch. And try to go to sleep. All right. Bye-bye.